Peter Obi departs Nigeria for US and meets Nigerians also in Germany, Italy, and Canada. The Labour Party flag bearer for the forthcoming 2023 presidential election says he is currently en route to the United States of America. The former Anambra State governor made this known in a tweet on his official handle on Thursday. Obi said he would be meeting with some Nigerians in Germany, Italy, and Canada over his ambition to succeed President Muhammadu Buhari in 2023. According to him, the Nigerians in the diaspora are held in very high esteem following their contributions to national development. He wrote, "En route to the USA, I'll make a pit stop in Germany to interact with Nigerians in Germany. I hold Nigerians in diaspora in very high esteem. They represent the core of our human development capital." Let's be honest, that is so true, and contribute immensely to nation building via remittances and technical knowledge transfer. My present outing will take me to Germany, Italy, Canada, and the USA. I look forward to the very constructive engagement. And I think it's very important because speak the truth. When he says they represent the core of our human development capital, it's just a different level of brain drain, in which you can say it's kind of similar to slavery in a lot of ways, because really what it is now you have the best of the best skilled, in different professions, literally leaving the country to go to all these other countries and build. And really, and let's be honest, a lot of people in diaspora, they do want to come back. Why do you want to go to another country that's not your own and live there and build there and pay taxes there? No one wants that. You want to be comfortable in your own home. And really, do you think that if Nigeria was where it's meant to be, do you really think the high number of skilled Nigerians abroad, do you think would be crushing the numbers like that? No, we really wouldn't. So when he says our human development capital, that is the truth times 10. And I think, if anything, yes, they're important to have the conversations and engagement with them. But really, coming back home, and when he is president, really, with education in the country, with, labor, just building our own labor market with what we already have, because we're very populous at the end of the day, and people are in education, and just having businesses, startups, competition, have our own industries, not just have industries in oil, in construction, in fashion, in music, whatever it is, but also have competition. You cannot just have, some individuals that would work with the government to only want to be the competition. And how does a market move forward? How do you make it more competitive, right? So I think, really, if he does what he needs to stabilize Nigeria and help, Nigerians also help as well, make the economy better, develop the country, health, education, it will take a lot of time. But really, what we would actually start to see is that Nigerians would come back. And so that's why you also have Nigerians in the diaspora that are also very, intentional and as engaged with this whole political movement and the elections and pushing the movement of who is best to support. They are Nigerians too. And hopefully, I hope there is a way that, literally, if Nigerians in the diaspora were able to vote, in some, of course, polling stations and all that, but really, if really there was a way, Nigerians would literally crash the service system, because they would want to vote for who they believe is right, and at the end of the day, for the betterment of themselves, because they are Nigerians. They have a right to choose who they want and have a right to want to come back home, or just at least even the value of being Nigerian abroad is also another issue. Carrying a passport around, you're already being looked at in a certain way. What power does your passport carry? Which access, or like, where can you go in the world with a Nigerian passport that you'd not be looking a certain way, or they'll put you in a different line and say, by the way, let's even check their visas properly and see, if they are meant to be here. So it's not just that. Even the Naira, everything is important. Nigerians abroad, Nigerians in the country, everything is important. Very important. We need to build value. You also need to have Nigerians in the diaspora investing back home as well. It's literally endless, the opportunities, the growth, the economic growth, really, standard of life. At least we would match the hype of being a Nigerian. Literally, I think there needs to be that, that equality there. So obviously, yes, Peter B is going and traveling around, and of course, it's very important because you have Tinubu, who could not even show up for the NBA wherever he was, I think France or London, wherever he was, he couldn't show up for it, and it's like there's no excuse because you can afford to come in the country and go back whenever wherever you need to, but then obviously Peter B, after the NBA, now he is traveling around, and really, of course, with when he was going around to Egypt and stuff, people were like, why are you going around? What are you going to do? But I think him traveling to meet with Nigerians, in the diaspora, I think it is a good time, and I think it's a good tactic, and it makes his campaign and it makes him look better, look stronger. That what, I'm not just concerned with Nigerians here, but also abroad, and understanding value. I think that's really what we need to. I personally, I think why Peter Obi is such a good candidate, because he understands the value. Why else would he need to meet with Nigerians, abroad? Not just because they're Nigerians, and obviously they do matter in terms of their concerns with Nigeria's growth and development, but the value that they have, it's like, I'm going to meet you because you are valuable. You are here building this country that is not your own. Okay? So I think it is very good. Well, first comment, which is not surprising. This individual states he is weak and he has gone to seek medical help abroad, which is very unlikely, but okay. He carries good news everywhere. He is a pure definition of Nigeria's savior. If not because of him, Nigeria would have ceased to exist in 2 years' time. I don't think so. And I think, what? I also think there's another aspect of the conversation where this is not a time to start worshipping Peter Obi. Really, the people will decide who they want to choose and if they're best fit. Whoever is there, the people need to understand that it is their choice. And if they make the wrong choice, they make the wrong choice. But if the people don't understand the parameters as to which this is the standard for our president, then it's down to them. So I think we don't have to idolize the individual. Yes, we can say, wow, this person has got the credentials, they've got the capacity. We can see, look at that track record, you are the best for the job. But to term him as the savior of Nigeria, no, Nigerians are choosing to save themselves by putting and assigning, in fact, employing, really, I feel like is the right term to use, but literally putting people in power and telling them this is what you're going to do for us. So really, Nigerians will save themselves by making the right decisions. It's as simple as that. But I also think that we should also not try to worship him, because you now put this pressure of when he steps in there, things will just change. Listen, he's going in there to work, which means that you also have to work with them. Literally. Another comment states, of what relevance and at whose invitation? Nigerians in the diaspora are not voting unless he is soliciting support financially, which I doubt very much. If it is about structural building, I am afraid it is very little, a bit too late. It can't be. They just started, if anything. Obviously they're not voting, and if it's finances or funds that they need, Nigerians in Nigeria are already willing to do that anyway. People are even donating their buildings and their business buildings, to help with the campaigns and, Labour Party's operations anyway. But I think he's just a strong candidate, to be honest, and I think it's very wise. If you're going to go abroad and meet Nigerians abroad, it's very good. It just makes him stronger. He's doing the work that I don't know what else to say. I think he's just doing the right things, to be honest. Again, he says he's not an economist, but he's had to be an economist to understand Nigeria's problems and how to fix it. So if he understands the value of of Nigerians abroad with this